Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hey, hello there, wrestling fans, to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and man, Ringside crew, you're in for a treat. Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience. Your turn. You okay? Did you freeze? Okay, your turn. Your turn. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside Podcast. To just introduce yourself.
I can't hear you if you're talking.
You can hear me? Uh-oh. Pause. Now can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
Okay. I'm Candice Harding. I'm a professional wrestling referee that lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it'll be 3 years in May that I've been officiating. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So, as a referee, most wrestlers are like trained and this and that. Were you actually trained? And if you were, who were you trained by?
Okay, so I actually went to 2 different training facilities. I went to UWO out of Oklahoma City, and that is under Drake Gallows. There was a female referee named Robin Head that refed there. I got to know her, and I was going to trainings because I had friends and people I cared about that went, and I just liked hanging out. And she's like, "You really need to come. You really need to come." And one of my buddies wanted to train to ref, and I was like, "You know what? I'll do it too." And she had probably been reffing about 6 months at that time. So she showed me as much as she could. Most of my training was wrestling, though. It's kind of hard to just train to referee because you need wrestlers to go out there and train. So the reps are probably where I got the most training and just watching. And I also went to Core Professional Wrestling. I probably started training there about a month after so I could get 4 days a week of training. And that was with Skylar Slice and Mascara Pupera. Really enjoyed both, but they kind of pushed me to go out, travel, meet referees that have been doing things longer, been places I want to be, and kind of glean knowledge off of them. So that's what I did.
Awesome. Did you ever have any aspirations to actually become a wrestler, or was it you just wanted to be a ref?
So when I first started training, yeah, I wanted to do both. Of course, I started training at 36, and that's like a lot of people are leaving, not just starting. So the rational part of my brain was like, I really love this. Longevity wise, reffing is definitely where it's at. And quite honestly, once I really started traveling to ref, I didn't want to wrestle anymore. I really enjoy refereeing.
So as being a referee, I always ask this to wrestlers, like their highlights, like what is the craziest moment you ever remembered at being a referee?
Oh gosh, there's been a few. I definitely was at an event where somebody overdid. They bladed, and they did not know what they were doing.
Oh.
They definitely had to go to the hospital. Gosh, definitely was at a show. A guy broke his collarbone. Just stuff accidents happen all the time. They're actually, one of the craziest things. I was at a show in Oklahoma City, and it was at a VFW, and the man that ran the bar got hit by a car in the parking lot. And they're like yelling at me because I have, CPR training, first responder training, all that good stuff. And so they're like, "Get Candice." And I'm like, what do you expect me to do? Somebody like call the ambulance. And I get out there and I was like, where is he at? Everybody's looking for him because they say this guy got hit by a car. this fool is so drunk, he is looking for the guy that got hit by the car himself, and he got ran over by a car. Like, I think that would probably be one of the the craziest things.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, he's like, I turn around and they're like, that's him. And I'm like, he's what? I think he's okay.
He's the drunk guy at every party.
He's the drunk guy, yeah.
You are the drunk. You are the victim.
Yeah, that was definitely something. There's been a lot of things, but that one probably takes the cake.
So how far do you literally travel for like I'm saying, like, do you travel like a weekend full of wrestling shows, or is it like one show had been picked in particularly you always have on your rotation?
It depends. I mean, I've got several places that like clockwork. I work all their events. But there's definitely, I have 3-day weekends, I have 2-day weekends, and then there's some where I don't do anything that weekend. So,
because I know people have their real life and then their wrestling life. Has it ever like hit you? Oh, I'm a referee, and then you have to explain to your like supervisor or boss, oh, I can't work that weekend, I have a show. And that, does your job know about you're a referee on the
my
side?
job knows that I officiate. I'm very lucky. So, I was recruited for the job that I do. And I know the woman that recruited me, I've worked with her 3 different places. And she knew that I was doing this. It also helps that she was with a wrestler for years, so she knows kind of how it goes. So she was very understanding and knows what my goals are. I actually have a different schedule. I had to get it approved through my corporate. I work Monday through Thursday and I work graveyards. That way my weekends are free up for me to go travel. Because I also homeschool my daughter Monday through Thursday. She doesn't have school on Fridays. So that's kind of how I juggle that a little bit. I'm very busy.
Yeah, I can tell. It must be a busy life with the homeschooling and then refereeing and other stuff you do. But when you do travel and it's not like a full weekend of shows, do you ever pack like a lunch/dinner, or do you just pack a lunch and then eat out with the boys after the show?
It depends. I definitely will pack a ice chest. I'm for sure the person that's known to have anything. You need an extension cord, I got it in the trunk. You need like everything is in my car. So a lot of, I travel with drinks and everything else, but I definitely stop a lot anyways, just because, especially when I'm driving at night or if it's a really long haul, like I just have to get out and walk around. And then I end up buying peanuts or something like that. But a lot of times I do try to pack the majority of my stuff just financially.
Yeah. As a referee, it must be really tough on you, like you're always driving and always traveling. And is it tough on you when you're not you have to be away from your kid for such a long time? Or does your kid sometimes travel with you?
She has traveled with me. My oldest actually, which he's moved out now, but he's definitely went like long stretches with me, which is nice because he can drive part of the time. She's not quite as into it. So we definitely have like our little system. So every Thursday before I go out, like we have our full day. Like after she's done with her school and stuff, we go out and eat, we do our running around. She gets to pick different things throughout the week that we do as well, to get a lot of quality time in since I am traveling a lot. And it helps. I mean, she's almost 13, so she's kind of at that I want to do my own thing age.
Yeah.
So
there's kids that I'm like, I'm into wrestling, and then you get to the 13 age, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch people get thrown around, or I don't want to watch my mom get like bopped because the wrestler thinks they're being tough. You know what I mean?
The first year she was super into it. Her dad wrestles. She doesn't like watching that quite as much. She doesn't like seeing him get beat up and stuff. She doesn't get quite as worried, because that doesn't tend to happen. I mean, it happens, but it doesn't tend to happen as often. So, but she'll get mad if people start yelling at me. Like, she's like, "You are counting right," and I'm like, "Calm down, it's cool, kid. Like, chill. Sit down. Please sit down."
Don't make a fool of yourself, child.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to sit, kid. It's cool.
When you do eat on the road, is there a particular like place that you travel to a lot, or like an area that you know that there's good food? And if it's like a mom and pop, where is that you like your favorite place to go to?
Oh man, that's a good question. There was, when I was traveling to Arkansas a lot. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. There was this Mexican joint, and I was excited every month because I knew me and all the wrestlers were going to go out and we were going to eat at this specific place. It was so delicious. Mexican food is definitely my go-to, or steak.
Ooh,
God,
okay.
I love steak.
Me too. Ooh. Do you like the steak to be like regular steak, or you like a little fat on the steak?
Well, I mean, it's got to have a little fat because that's where all the flavor's at, right? Just don't cook it well done, because what's the point of ordering a steak if it's not going to be bloody?
Yeah. Well, we had just had St. Patrick's Day, and my job made the corned beefs, and they cut the fat off of it, and they left. I know that's the face off, because I grew up in New York. You go to Texas Delicatessen, they cut the corned beef, they prepare everything, cut it off the knife, cut it in a knife. They left the stuff on the side. I took a little bit, and I came back an hour later. Plate was still there, and I looked around. I said, "You guys want it? No, you want it? And you want it?" And I said to the chef, "Can I take this?" He's like, "Yeah, no one's gonna eat it. I'm just gonna throw it away." I took all of that meat, stuck it in a smaller container. When I went on my break, I took some Marvel rye bread, toasted it. Oh my God, Candace, I made myself a Reuben that was like delicatessen.
I love me a good Reuben. Jesus. Now you may. I haven't eaten, so I'm definitely going to stop and eat here in a little bit.
you gotta find a good deli then to get a nice Reuben. Like, yeah, that's me. I love making my wrestlers always drool that they gotta stop somewhere safe, because I want you guys to be safe, because you guys you're the referee. You got to be the one that comes out, gives the winning, helps the youngin win that belt. Yeah. So when it comes to like you like being a referee, to have to like go around and take the bumps and flip around and do like that, do you practice before wrestlers go hit the ropes before the show? Do you do like flips and lunges, hit the flip around, pin, flip around like that?
If I get there, when I get there, I always try to make sure I'm at least there early enough to stretch. And I've definitely been made fun of. They're like, "You have a whole yoga routine." Yeah, I'm getting down a lot. Like, it'd be really easy to pull a groin muscle or something.
Yeah.
So I've got a very long stretching routine I do, but I do try to get like some rolls and stuff in too, just because I move around a lot. I feel like you should, like, if my wrestlers are moving around a lot, I need to be able to keep up with them and stick with their movement. So yeah, I don't unless if sometimes I'll take bumps before the show. It just depends on what is being required of me for that event.
Yeah. If you're being shoved, if you're being pushed.
Yeah.
The end
What
of
I
the
need to be
match, you're gonna
prepared
take a
for.
finishing move because the wrestler gets mad at you.
Have I?
Have you ever taken a finishing move?
Yes. It's not been ever on purpose, of course. It's always definitely been like the heel moves out of the way or something, then I end up getting caught. So, but not somebody just like disrespecting my authority completely. I don't really like that.
I don't like seeing the referee get bumped up anyway. It gets me like, now who's coming out of the back? Like, who's coming out just to mess up this match and cause the champion the match, or mess up this whole thing? Who's gonna come out of the ring? Who's coming in with the brass nuts? Who's coming in with the chair? But if you can't see, I'm acting like the ref today. I got the stripes on. I got the black and white stripes on today. I got my referee.
And here I am in my Buc-ee's Hawaiian shirt, because
if
there is a place that I always stop, it's always Buc-ee's. Like, I drive by and I have to fresh brisket on the board. Like, I can't help it. It's a problem.
I'm jealous. I want a Buc-ee's Hawaiian. I want anything Buc-ee's. You saw my intro, Mia Friday, which is lovely girl. Love her. She's from Texas. She was randomly wearing a Buc-ee's sweatshirt. And then my buddy Rain, love that girl. She helps me out with my nerd culture show every Monday for nerds. Ghost Head Nerd Talk. She makes the intro, and the last video clip she puts in there, and I didn't even realize it. So like 5 episodes in when I had the intro, they're like, after Mia came on last year. They're like, dude, do you realize you're giving a little bit of a promotion to Buc-ee's? And I was like, what do you mean?
Right.
And they're like, did you notice that girl was wearing a Buc-ee's sweatshirt? And I was like, no. And then the next episode, I was like, oh my God, those people are right. I have a little subliminal, go to Buc-ee's, shop at,
Yeah.
like the Saved by the Bell thing. It's like,
Yeah.
like, talk to Zach Morris. It's like,
That's
at Buc-ee's. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I've been to the Buc-ee's in Tennessee and Alabama and all the ones in Texas. Dang near. I think there's a few I haven't. But yeah, if there's a Buc-ee's, I'm stopping.
I was so mad. I went to North Carolina with my family. I said Carolina. Met North Carolina on a family trip, and I was so gung-ho. All the Carolinian wrestlers. There is one in North Carolina. I researched that thing and everything. And girl, I was so disappointed. Not one little cute little Bucky on the highway signs. I was just like
Really?
sitting in the back. What's that?
I said, really? That's insane. Usually they'll be like 200 miles out and they're like 233 miles. There's a Buc-ee's. I'm like, it might be worth it. So it surprises me that there wasn't a sign.
I would have, in my head, I was sitting there with the song all by myself in the backseat going,
No.
what a Buc-ee's, he's lying. Carolinians lied to me. They're going to get a belt to the face. How dare they?
Yeah, they definitely said we were going to get one in Oklahoma, and I have yet to see a Buc-ee's grace my presence. So,
well, you need one.
Offended slightly.
We need one in Pennsylvania and put it in Scranton. So my parents, we need to drive.
Right.
Scranton, Pennsylvania. Have you ever refereed up this part in the Keystone State or anywhere like east?
I've not been Pennsylvania. So I've been to 13 states, I believe. Gosh, I don't think so. Like I've been Florida, Alabama. I don't think I've been that area.
You should come to this part. There's a lot of nice promotions here. By me, we have PPW, we have New Era Pro Wrestling, we have.
Yeah, I'd love to. They just got to contact me. I would love to.
I'll give you the info later on if you ever want to come to PPW or New Era. They're a newer promotion that I think they started last year. It's owned by a wrestler and her fiance. Smash Masters is a smaller promotion that does a lot of brewery shows and gym shows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We got Battlefield.
I do enjoy brewery shows. Those are fun.
Oh my gosh. I went to my first
the fan.
Last year. I went to 2 brewery shows last year. The Smash Masters brings down the house. They make you want to like, oh, you're like so glad I missed out on missing on that boring one I went to last year and went to the brewery show, and I had a chance to meet Effie. So
oh yeah.
Effie is so nice. He took a picture of me. I was like, yeah, even this is gonna make anybody that's love the GLBT community.
Yeah.
I had a chance to try Effie's pink leather jacket on. So not every day that you could say, oh, I put Effie's leather jacket on. Unless,
right.
But he from afar, he yelled at me. He didn't yell at me, but he said, you better give it back, like that. I was like, it wasn't like a me. In my head, it was a yelling. Stop yelling at me. It was just like in my head, it was like Effie yelled at me. I'm like, ugh.
But really, he's just playing with you. Like, don't be taking that now.
He's like, he better bring it back. And I was like,
dead.
In my head, that was a threat. I'm like, tell my daddy. And in my head, I'm like, looking up behind my tears, wipe my tear away. Like, Effie yelled at me, not you. The legendary Effie. Even a guy that I work with that's in assistant, he's an aide. He's like, Joe, you got yelled at by Effie? That guy's an icon.
Right.
Like, damn right, Effie's an icon. You got yelled at by an icon. I was like, of course, I'm a podcaster. We're supposed to get yelled at by everybody, right? Wrestling fans, wrestlers get yelled at me. I've had Effie yelled at me. Everybody yells at me. Referees, I've never had a referee yell at me yet because I've never anything stupid out back. I've never interfered in a match or anything, but wrestlers yell at me. Sandman yelled. Sandman yelled at me. he wanted to hit me with his kendo stick. I don't know what I did.
Lord.
I was just standing there and he just came flying like this. I was like,
Okay,
okay,
my bad.
this is bad. I'm about to get. Well, at least he's legend. Another legend went to take
Right.
out the Panther with one swipe. I was like, there's 7 lives off my Panther life.
Right. There's only 2 left.
I was like, ugh, it was worth it. Like the Simpsons, was it worth it? It was worth it.
It's worth it.
He's a legend, but he's crazy. But Candice, before we go, if there was any kids that wanted to be wrestlers or like you become a referee, what kind of inspiration, what kind of words do you give them?
Oh Lord. Just believe in yourself. Work your hardest. Shut your mouth and open your ears. Don't be a yeah but guy. Like, just go and do the work and understand that opportunity is often disguised as hard work. Like, it's not just gonna fall into your lap. You're just gonna have to work really hard. So, but just believe you can do it.
Awesome.
Really.
Thank you, Candice, so much for coming on Dudes at Ringside. We're in the middle of Panther birthday month, so of course I had to bring on a referee to.
Yeah, and it was my birthday too this month. So hey.
Well, thank you so much, Candice. I'm Joe Panther III.
Candice Harding.
And we will catch you in the next one. 1, 2, 3. See you later.